Hey everyone, I'm Danny and welcome to Wizardry Workshop. The holidays are upon us, and what better way to celebrate than with some Harry Potter DIYs. In this video, we're going to be making Christmas crackers, wizard crackers from Harry Potter, and this is going to be a house edition, so there's going to be 4 different versions, plus a special Hogwarts version as well. And if you're wondering about my amazing Hufflepuff sweater, this was actually sent to me for free by Merchoid, so thank you Merchoid for sending me this sweater, and I just wanted to show you how cool this is. I usually wear a medium or a large, so I ordered a large because I wanted it to be a little bit of a looser fit because sweaters are better when they're like larger, and it was actually kind of small. So if you do order a sweater, maybe you want to get a couple sizes bigger than what you normally do. This is an XXL, but it fits pretty well. So this is what an XXL looks like on someone who usually wears a medium or a large. Just wanted to say that, but the sweaters are amazing. I don't care what size I'm wearing as long as it fits. So I just wanted to say thank you to Merchoid for the sweater. I really like it, and I'm going to be wearing it on Christmas morning. Go ahead and check out the description box for a list of all the supplies you're going to need, as well as the free downloadable templates. And let's get started. So to make this DIY, we're going to need a few things. You're going to need some special paper. So this is the brand that I got, Recollections foil cardstock paper. And I got a few different colors of this. This one is a very cool kind of like holographic looking color. And then we got silver foil and we got gold foil. So I will link this paper in the description box. As I said, it's all this same brand. They do a bunch of different colors, so you can order whatever colors you want. But at this point, you might not have the time to wait for them to ship, so you can go check out your local craft shop. Should have paper like this, or maybe even this exact one. Try Michael's, because I know that Michael's carries this. And then you need to print the templates, and I think these turned out looking just really cool. Here's Ravenclaw. And then we've got Hufflepuff and Slytherin right here. And they're all on that reflective foil paper. One thing I will say is that you won't be able to do this with an inkjet printer. I don't think that the ink is going to stick to that. But a laser printer will do it, because that's what I used. And your printer also has to be able to take thick cardstock paper. I had to pick like extra heavy cardstock, and no jams. It came out perfectly fine. If you don't have a laser printer, you could get a different kind of paper that is designed to print on an inkjet printer. But I would not even try putting this through an inkjet printer, because it's just going to smear when you try and do this, because, you know, inkjet prints with liquid ink, whereas laser does not. So once we get the printing out of the way and you have everything that you need there are 2 ways to do this. The hard way we'll go over first. You can print out as many copies as you need of this. This is the cut guide. So all you would do is take one of these, clip this to it with paper clips or clamps, and then cut it out. You can do that with scissors or a ruler and X-Acto knife, and then you do the next one and then the next one. So for each time, you probably want to print out a new cut guide. I don't have time for that, so I used my Cricut, and I'm not going to go over how to print or how to use a Cricut in this video. I've gone over that several times in the past, and I will link one of those videos in the description box. I printed this one, which is just the Hogwarts seal with this really cool holographic paper. That shape that you can load into the Cricut design space is included with the templates as well. And all we want to do is just take this off, and you should see that it is perfectly cut out. The Cricut did cut this out perfectly, and all these little diamond-shaped scraps you can save and put inside of it as like confetti if you want to. Next, we're going to need a scoring tool. I'm using my Cricut scoring tool. I love this thing. It was very inexpensive, and I use it in so many projects. You can also use a bone folding tool if it has a kind of a dull point like this. It works as well, but nothing really compares to this one. And we're going to have to put 6 score lines on this. It's going to be pretty simple. All we need to do is line up a ruler with right here where this little, you see how there are these little corners on the bottom here. So you want to line up a ruler with each one of those little corners, and score right along the top of the zigzag cut. So I'm going to score right along there like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side on top of this side here. So now we have a score on each side of those diamonds, and then we're going to score it right down the middle. But don't press too hard when you do this, because you might accidentally rip the paper if you do it too hard. So I'm just going to do it lightly a couple of times. Now that it's all scored, we can reinforce the folds. So you're going to fold it one way and then just fold it back like that. And we're going to do that everywhere where we scored it, just to make those folds easy to refold after we kind of roll this up. So there we go. You should have it like this, so that the triangle cut part where the fold is in the middle of them is going inward toward the opposite side. The next thing we're going to want is the actual cracker that goes on the inside. So that is this. So this has just a little bit of poppiness in the middle. I don't know what that's called. It's like firework powder, or I don't know, something. But when you pull it apart, it snaps. It makes a pop sound, kind of like a party popper. I'm going to grab some tape and put it on here to hold it in place. And I had trouble with these one year where it just like the tape would come off and it wouldn't pop. So I'm going to reinforce this just a little bit with some hot glue just to get it to stay. So I'm just going to put like a tiny little drop right there. You can even put a little bit over the top if you want to be safe. I'm going to be safe because I want this to stay in there and not get ripped. You might as well go ahead and keep the tape in there, but we can cut off the excess of this popper. If you don't have any of these around or don't have access to them, I will link them on Amazon, which is where I got mine. But you can make these yourself if you can get some of those party poppers. They look like little bottles and you pull a string and it pops and confetti comes out. That's what I'm talking about. You can gut that and use the inside part to make this something like this. That's what I did the very first video I made on wizard crackers. So I'll link that down below as well if you want to make your own little popper part. Now once that glue is dry, this should be nice and sturdy. The next step is to put some double-sided tape on here. I used score tape and I just put it right here along the bottom where these extra flaps kind of come out. The great thing about score tape is you place it where you want it, and then there's this kind of backing that you can pull off, and now you expose the sticky part. So nothing happens until you're ready, and I just love that. So I'm going to get all of my double-sided tape ready to stick, and then we need to roll this up. So to roll this up, I found the best way is with some kind of tube. This is a shipping tube, so this will definitely work. So what I'm going to do is place it with the sticky side at my thumbs, basically right here, and then we're going to roll this on, and this will help you get the right shape, because now we can take this side and just stick it on to our double-sided tape, and you can just get the right shape by putting this onto the tube. And if you have a shipping tube, they're pretty hard, so you can just really push on this to get it nice and stuck. Now we take this off of our shipping tube, and as you can see, we are almost ready. If you push these sides in, you can see that it's taking on that shape that we want. So now we need some ribbon, and you can go with whatever you want. I got this multicolored ribbon roll. I'm gonna go with silver for this. So let's cut off a good amount of ribbon, because you want to be able to make a bow on it. So I'm going to cut off a big strip, and I'm just going to do one side of the cracker, just one end, but not the other side just yet, because we've got to put stuff in here. Since we used a larger piece of ribbon, we can kind of adjust the shape and size of the bow, and then cut off the excess ribbon. So there's one side all tied up, but now we can open this up and fill this with whatever we want to put inside of here. So I'm going to do a couple of things. First of all, I am going to put this in here as confetti. I'm also going to put in a piece of candy or two inside of here. Grab another piece of ribbon and let's tie off the top. And there is our Hogwarts Christmas cracker. And now I just need to do the same thing with these other ones. And with them all done, this is what they look like all together, and I think these turned out really cool. I think my favorite one is this Hogwarts one because I love that holographic color. And then I'll show you each one so you can have a look at your house Christmas cracker. So here's Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. Just in case you guys are unfamiliar with Christmas crackers, they're a big thing in the UK, but I honestly had no idea what they were until a couple of years ago when I, started doing props and stuff, and I decided to do some from Harry Potter. So anyways, this is the Christmas cracker. You've got your stuff inside, and then one person holds one end, one person holds the other. So we'll pull on it, and then it should pop. Ooh, yeah. It popped. You can see right there. Ooh, and it smells like a firecracker in here now. But, as you can see, this hand, or whoever was holding this side, got the larger end. And this guy got the smaller end. So that means whoever got the larger end gets everything that was inside. And I'm actually a little bit sad that I did that because I really wanted to keep this one, but I'll just make another one. And that's it. Let me know what you guys think of these house Christmas crackers. Are you going to be making these for the holiday? If you made it all the way to the end of the video with me, you're a Wizard Harry. Give the video a thumbs up down below if you did like it. And while you're down there, subscribe if you're not already for more Harry Potter DIY projects. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next video.